Hello again, folks. This is Rowan Berry, Chief of the South Brownsville Fire Department. We hope that everyone is safe and well. We hope that everyone is following the guidelines to stay at home. We hope you're washing your hands, maintaining your social distancing to stop the spread of this virus. My friend Chad at Fire Doc Productions, who's filming this right now, asked me to talk a little bit about this pandemic and how it's affecting the volunteer fire departments. First of all, as most of you know, it's changed our response guidelines, especially for departments who do medicals. Our County EMS Council recommends that on an EMS assist or an AED response that we limit our personnel to 2 unless others are needed alongside of the patient. That's for everyone's protection. They also mandate that we wear the N95 mask and take full precautions. If you look over here, every one of our members was issued an N95. As you know, these are in short supply and they're kind of hard to come by. Fayette County luckily was able to only allot 10 per department. And hats off to them for doing what they could with what they had to work with. We were lucky because we were able to secure some more, so we were able to issue every member 1, plus we carry them with our medical equipment on board our air truck. As you can imagine, you know, the support for your volunteers right now is needed very desperately. Due to the pandemic, we can no longer have bingos, we can no longer have cash bashes, we can no longer have fundraisers where people need to gather together. And those are things where we make the majority of our money. Our municipalities, as much as they would like to, they don't have the resources to support us as much as they'd like to. So we're forced to raise our own money. So if you look around, you notice we're standing in an empty bay. Okay? Normally my 6-engine 2 sits here. 6-engine 2 is out for repairs. Okay? If you look over this way, down there you also see an empty bay. That's where a 75-foot tower ladder usually sits. It's out for repairs. And if you follow me around here, this is where our air truck usually sits, and it's out for repairs. So right now, ordinarily we have 4 rigs in our fleet, we're down to 1. Now the problem with that is, all those repairs cost money. So when those rigs do get back, the amount of money we're going to need to pay for those is going to be pretty expensive. But to maintain the level of service that our residents are used to, we're more than willing to do that. Luckily, we've been able to keep our Friday fish fry running. We're following all guidelines as far as cleanliness, disinfection, personal protection. We offer takeout and delivery only, nothing else. No dine-in. That has helped tremendously. But until that time, we can start doing our fundraisers again. You know, we're up against it, and we're not alone. Every fire department around here is in the same boat as we are. We're certainly no worse off or no better off than anybody else. But hopefully, if you're watching this, you'll realize that your own department, wherever it is that you live, desperately needs your support. You know, whatever it is that they're doing to try to stay afloat, please support them. Thankfully, Representatives Pam Snyder and Bud Cook, with a host of others, have legislation that they're introducing to help us out, and that's greatly appreciated, and hats off to them for that. But you know, we're in a desperate situation, and we know that a lot of you are too. We know a lot of people are laid off because of this pandemic. A lot of businesses have closed. My wife, who works at Hobby Lobby, she's laid off. Thankfully, my income as a teacher is still there, so you know, I'm blessed beyond what I deserve, I think. So, you know, we need you. We need your help. But rest assured, though, the level of service you're used to from your fire department, wherever it is that you live, whether you live in a big town, small town, a city, whatever, your firefighters are going to be there for you. That's not going to change. Okay? But during this whole pandemic, the biggest thing right now, the people who are up against it the most aren't so much the police officers and the firefighters, it's your EMS folks. It's your EMTs, your advanced EMTs, your paramedics who are on the front lines. Oftentimes, they don't get the credit they deserve. When there's a fire or a bad accident or something, it makes the news, everybody sees the firefighters. When there's an armed robbery or standoff or something like that, and the police get in there and mitigate it, it's all over the news. But you don't see what the EMS folks do every single day. Okay, you don't see them on the front lines. You don't see them because you can't see them. You know, they can't show you the patients that they're caring for. And as this pandemic progresses, they're going to get the worst of it. And that includes not only the EMS folks, but all the healthcare workers, the doctors, the nurses, the nursing assistants, the lab techs, the x-ray techs, the respiratory techs. Everybody who's in healthcare who's working so hard to mitigate this virus. So you need to support them as well. So again, we can't emphasize enough that, you know, follow the guidelines, stay home, wash your hands, maintain your social distancing. Okay, when you go out in public, wear a mask, okay, if you have one. And it doesn't have to be an N95. A regular surgical type mask or a cloth mask is okay to, according to the CDC and updated guidelines, it's okay for you to wear to protect others in case that, you know, you have the virus and don't even know it. Okay, so again, pray for recovery, pray for this to all end. Hang in there, persevere, support your fire departments, your EMS, your healthcare workers, and everyone who's on the front lines of this, okay? Your grocery and retail workers who put themselves at risk every day so you can get the food and supplies that you need. The school lunch ladies who are making grab-and-go lunches for our kids who don't have adequate nutrition every single day. Your truck drivers who are making the deliveries. Your postal and parcel workers who are making sure your mail and your packages are getting to you. Your gas station and retail workers who are making sure that you get the fuel and everything that you need for your vehicles. So all of those folks are putting themselves at great risk so that we can live the life we're used to. So again, thank you for listening. Stay safe, and God bless you.